Welcome to episode 4 of the Pavlov podcast. I am so glad that you're back joining us. This is your friend, the Kool-Aid Man, and we have just a whole bunch of stuff to get through today on the podcast, talking about all the latest and greatest from the Pavlov universe. So let's start off, as usual, with our Dave Leaks updates. Well, it's the topic everybody's keeping a close eye on. As you know, we're in the middle of an update from engine 4.21 up to 4.27. But in the last few days, Dave has even hinted about going all the way up to Unreal Engine 5.0 in an attempt to help future-proof Pavlov. Now, what does this mean? We're not 100% sure exactly, but we know a lot of the third-party apps and plugins that would be needed are not quite ready for Unreal Engine 5.0. Needless to say, this presents some new challenges, and we're not really sure what to make of it all because it's never been done before. So for everybody who keeps asking for a specific timeline, there isn't one. Hang in there. Patience is what we have to say. However, one thing is certain, according to Dave, there will not be a 4.27 release to the stable main live branch, which means all of the updates are only going to be coming out in the RC, the release candidate channel, until they can get this engine upgrade figured out. So that was some new news that we learned in the last few days as well. We also learned that work continues to happen behind the scenes on some very exciting stuff like a new cloud packaging system, as Pavlov begins to think ahead about the new, not-to-be-named, platform. So that should be exciting, and that looks like it's going to be happening in the future as well. So very exciting news, and can't wait to see what Pavlov looks like on yet another platform. Okay, so let's sum it all up. What do we know about the platform as we stand here today? Well, we know the update's going to have at least one new map called Bunker. We know that it's going to have scopes for Pavlov Shack. We know that it's going to have better audio thanks to some new audio technology coming in. And we know gore is going to be improved and probably in-game player profile pictures, along with a whole bunch of other stuff that has not been announced yet. But let's take a look at some more leaks and see what the future is going to hold. Well, first up is the map called Bunker, and as you can see, it's currently being optimized for Pavlov Shack on the Oculus Quest. It is looking beautiful, and we can't wait to see a sneak peek at this one in-game. This one certainly has folks talking. It's the iconic Skorpion VZ61 from Czechoslovakia. Been around since the 1950s. You can find it in many historical movies, even in James Bond. This is a machine pistol, usually used as a sidearm. You can see it here up against the Uzi, so it is a little bit smaller. Should fit really nicely in that Pavlov ecosystem between the Deagle and the Uzi. And by the way, friends, this one is fully automatic. Now, as you know, no gun is complete without going on a wood walk with Hickok 45. So let's see what he's got to say about this one.
Could be anywhere. In fact, I see one right there. Another Kentucky 2-liter.
He's bleeding blue. What's this log here now? There could be one behind it.
Well, it certainly looks like it got Hickok's seal of approval. Can't wait to see that one in-game and have that one have some interesting battles with the Deagle, the Uzi, and even the AK Shorty. All right, it's one of the most talked about things for Pavlov Shack. When are scopes coming? Are scopes coming? When are they coming? Are scopes coming? Scopes when? Well, guess what? Scopes are currently working in the dev builds for Pavlov Shack. Yes, we had a QA, a quality assurance team, leak from Mantis 99 the other day. So let's pause and take a look at Pavlov Shack now with scopes. Well, that certainly does look promising. Again, that is a dev build. It's not one that's out there for public release yet, but it's good to see the progress is being made. And I tell you what, I'm getting excited about seeing scopes in Pavlov's shack. You know, a while ago, we received this image which showed a very, very rough draft of the Sand redesign. In case you missed it, they are planning to redesign Sand for PC and for shack. So we saw this one and then didn't really hear much for a few months. But recently, some even better images have dropped. This particular image is for PC Pavlov, and Dave did confirm that this version will not be able to come to shack. But we did see this leak the other day. Unknown if this one will make it into shack in all of its glory, or if we'll see a simplified version of it. But boy, oh boy, Sand is looking just beautiful, isn't it, folks? And another funny thing that was leaked as well is apparently the team is working on a chicken coop to put into Sand. There is an early look at it, and boy, oh boy, you know how much we love the chickens. Speaking of chickens...
Yes! 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 I'm about to win!
You got two chickens.
Chicken killing people still.
Cover. Bro, the bullet loaded.
I hope someone on. I hope another
Wait,
person gets
you
shot.
need to stay away from those chickens.
Kool-Aid, you gotta stay away from those chickens.
Chickens have infinite range. F***ing hell. Like, like, first of all, chicken.
Them shits is scary. I got killed twice by them.
Man's got demolished by chickens.
Oh!
Yo, somebody. Are you serious?
All the way to
The
spawn.
chickens are taking out all the fun.
Yeah, we need this map, bro, about chickens.
Who did I just? Freaking chicken. Gotta make sure it's dead.
The annual April Fool's joke was in full swing on April 1st, and yes, the laser chickens were back, wreaking havoc on the Sand map, as you can see. Also funny this year, Jasper's sword fight map got an interesting upgrade as the swords suddenly turned into gigantic eggplants.
Hold on. Fuck off. Oh, it's April Fools. It's April Fools.
Well, my young friend, you are 100% correct. It is April Fool's, and I hope you had a great one. Thanks so much to Vankrupt and the team at Pavlov for having another fun-filled year of eggplants and laser chickens. We look forward to seeing what you've got in store for us next year. Well, a massive congratulations to the PavlovScore.com community who has recently completed Season 8 of their S&D contest. And boy, oh boy, this year's statistics were off the charts. Season 8 ran from February 1st to March 31st, so about 2 months. And people were racking up 500 and even 600 plus games in 2 months. And some of the stats you see here are simply off the charts. For this season, Season 8, prizes were awarded to the person with the most bomb plants and diffuses, the person with the most kills, the person with the best kill-death ratio, and the person who killed the most chickens. And I gotta say, 6,290 kills. Wow, what an accomplishment in just 2 months. And when we look at all of the totals, just astonishing the amount of points that were racked up. 836 bomb plants and diffusals. Good job, Logan. And 772 chickens killed by Suni. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So Season 9 of the PavlovScore.com S&D contest is underway now. It'll be going on for the next couple of months. Head over to the Discord, sign up, and get some gaming on. Very, very exciting. Also, as an update, we spoke at length about this in the Pavlov podcast episode 2, featuring Messiah Penguin and several of the map makers. But the final submissions for the Quest for Concept map making event have been submitted, and we should be getting some results on who won the map making contest. So stay tuned for that. We'll cover that in an upcoming edition of the Pavlov podcast. 2 other upcoming contests just to put on your radar. The first is a DM, a deathmatch contest, which will be sponsored by PavlovScore.com and UF, the United Freaks folks. They are the makers of these awesome gun stocks, and as you can see, their gun stocks have gotten way more advanced in the last few months. You can actually holster them now and do a whole bunch of cool stuff. But they're going to be hosting a DM contest. It's going to be anywhere from 50 to 100 players. Registration is open now, and you can go to PavlovScore.com to sign up. Another upcoming contest, which should be a lot of fun, will be a Castle Wars contest. Now, the details of this one are still being worked out, but once it's announced, you'll be able to find out more information over at the PavlovScore.com Discord and sign up over there. Win some cash, win some prizes, have some fun. Lots of great things going on, as always, in the Pavlov community. Friends, our time together is coming to a close, but before we head out, I did want to highlight this map called Nightzone by Uncoketeer. This has been a lot of fun to play. As you see, you kind of start outside and then you descend down into this bunker area. And by the way, you are provided with flashlights to take down there with you. But once you get down there, all sorts of chaos ensues, and it is just a very unique, fun game to play on Pavlov Shack. So I would definitely encourage you to check that one out. It oftentimes can be found in the Search and Destroy, the S&D mode, so look for that one, Nightzone. Well, that about wraps it up here for episode number 4 of the Pavlov podcast. We greatly appreciate you hanging out with us as always. We hope you found this episode useful. We hope that you found it full of new and relevant information. And we're always looking for your suggestions, your thoughts, your ideas. What topics do you want us to talk about? What do you want us to cover? What would be most helpful for you to stay up to speed and get to know more areas of the Pavlov universe? So thank you so much for joining us. I hope to see you back next time on the Pavlov podcast. Until then, this is your friend Kool-Aid, and I hope to see you in game.